Hello friends and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, I want to give you a flip through of the 180 Days of Social Studies for second grade, and this is by Shell Education. If this is something you're interested in, stick around. All right, welcome back. I am a homeschool mom to a soon-to-be second grader, and we love all things books, homeschool, and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that you're interested in, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to be doing a flip through of this 180 days of social studies for second grade. Now, some homeschool families love workbooks, some hate workbooks, some use both, and that is kind of how we are. We use more of a read aloud curriculum, which currently is Story of the World for our history, but we also enjoy having multiple types of learning. So maybe some days I need to be busy and I need more of an independent work for her, and that is what these workbooks are great for. Or maybe there are days where I'm just like, we need to get history done, but I really don't have an excessive amount of time. This is where these type of workbooks come in wonderfully handy. So let's take a look and see what is inside here. So this is my very first time using this workbook. I know there's 180 days of like multiple types. If we look on the back here, you can see the grade levels that it goes through. Looks like it starts at kindergarten and goes through maybe 6th grade. But it's weekly topics that alternate between 4 social studies disciplines: history, civics, geography, and economics. So I like that it's not like history, civics. I like that it's like a rotating thing because I feel like it doesn't get as boring of a workbook when it does it like that. This is where I said that they have more than just history. So you can see we have reading, language, writing, high frequency words, and then the social studies here. And it looks like it goes from level K all the way to level 6 on all of these. So if you're interested and maybe you have different levels than just second grade, this is what they currently have available. As we dive in, we have the table of contents that has like the introduction, how to use this book, standard correlations, daily practice pages. There's an answer key in the back, teacher resources, and digital resources. I will go ahead and flip the page here in case you want to like check out the introduction. Here it is. Same thing with how to use this book. If you'd like to check this out, I'll pause for just a minute and then you can click pause if you want to like read into a little further exactly how to do it. Continuing over to the next page of how to use this book, we have our weeks that it's going by, and so we have 36 weeks that we're going with here. And so here for how to use the practice pages, we have day 1, students read a text about the weekly topic and answer questions. This day provides a general introduction to the week's topic. Day 2, students read a text and answer questions. Typically, this content is more specialized than day 1. Day 3, students analyze a primary source of other graphic, chart, table, graph, or infographic related to the weekly topic and answer questions. Continuing over, we have day 4 and day 5, where they will analyze an image or text and answer some questions, and then they will analyze a primary source or other graphic and respond to it. And then we have the diagnostic assessment that is here in case you're interested in that. You can check that out also. So it continues on with how to use the diagnostic assessment, more of using the instructions, then the standard correlations if you're interested in any of that. Continuing here, it kind of tells you like what they're going to understand, what exactly they are learning with every week all the way through the 36 weeks. And then we begin with week 1, day 1. Now this is very colorless, very, very black and white. The entire thing is black and white. There is no color. So if you think that your student is going to want color, this is not the workbook for you probably, because it is very bland for sure. As far as the images are all black and white, there's just not a lot of eye appealingness to it, I don't think. So let's look at week 1, day 1. They have their name, the date, the directions. And then it says, look at the picture and read the text and answer the following questions. That's all of day 1. So that's what I'm talking about of I want to get some history in, but we really are limited on our time. Here we go. And also, I feel like if you wanted to lump this up and maybe not have just, maybe you don't want to use it as a 5-day a week, as you can see, they're just so short. I really think you could do quite a few of these at once and still be able to get what you need out of it. All of these are 1 pages. So we come to week 2, day 1, 1 page, day 2, 1 page, day 3, 1 page, day 4, 1 page, and day 5, 1 page. So as we get to using this, I'm sure there will be like certain days that kind of cohese better together. So it might be where we would do day 1 and 2 on one day, and then maybe 3 and 4 on a different day. So that's something that I will definitely be learning what fits best for us, but definitely keep an open mind with workbooks and make them work for you. You don't work for them. So that's the great thing about this. We have a little bit of geography. So we started out with, so week 1 was history, and then week 2 was the civics. So you can see that it's broken out here. Week 3, we're coming on to geography. And so week 4, we should be coming to economics, and then we should roll back over again on 5 to history. So I think it will just continue to kind of roll in that exact same order of history, civics, geography, and economics. So it will just have that same flow, which I think is really nice for when you're kind of getting an idea of what this is like. But I think it's going to be great for what I intend its purpose to be, which is a fill-in and extra workbook to have on days where maybe we're not feeling like doing the story of the world, or we simply just don't have the time for story of the world that day, but I want to ensure that we mark off some history. We did not have much of a history workbook last year, and so I did want to get something that was a little more involved without being overwhelming, because again, even in the 2nd grade, history is not a giant priority for me. It is something I want to cover. It is something I want to make sure that we are introducing, but it is not a number 1 priority for me, and that's why I thought this workbook could be great. I also have picked up quite a few Evan Moore books this year, and I did not get a history book from Evan Moore, but it could be something that we pick up for the next year. I don't know. So if you've used any of these, it would be nice to know if you favor one over the other for sure. I did want to go ahead and show you that the answer key is here in the back. It's very simple. Day 1, it's got the answers. Of course, responses are going to vary on a lot of them, but it goes for the entire book. And then I believe it said something about resources in the back, so let's roll over to that. We have this page and then a practice page. This is kind of the analysis that it was talking about at the beginning for, I think, maybe if you're wanting to kind of do a grading. And we have a few maps in the back as well. Again, all black and white. We have some digital resources for, I'm assuming if you want to maybe print off some extra of these, you could do that via this website possibly. And then that ends the workbook. If you've used this, put it down in the comments below, like anything you might add on to this video for help. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friends.